They have my picture on it.
Fraudsters sent Vivien Zheng a fake warrant for her arrest, told her she was a suspect in an international money laundering scam, and had to cooperate or face jail in Hong Kong.
So I think I was in a panic mode. I do everything they asked me to do.
What they instructed her to do, incredible as it may sound, was to wire money to Hong Kong, claiming it would be inspected and then sent back. So, under extreme pressure and sworn to secrecy, she visits 4 major banks and sends $340,000, her family's life savings. After her last wire transfer, the fraudsters disappear. Zheng realizes too late she was duped, but then starts to question why the banks didn't act on red flags. She was sending large amounts of money, had never wired money to Hong Kong before, and she's a Chinese immigrant, a target group reported in the media.
None of them gave me any piece of warning that I could be a potential victim of the fraud.
Zheng is now suing to try to get her money back, but all 4 banks argue they followed wire transfer protocols.
None of the questions that I saw in many of the documents actually demonstrated probing, or the kind of probing that I would want to see as somebody who is concerned about financial crime.
This financial crime expert says the bank's protocols need beefing up.
If those processes demonstrate that there's a breakdown that costs your clients money, certainly it might be the time to revisit those processes so that your clients don't experience future losses in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It adds up to tens of millions every year, and that's just the reported wire fraud.
It doesn't really do much for the international reputation of Canada or its financial institutions to be seen as the kinds of places where money can just flow right out and into the pockets of scammers.
The UK has recognized that wire transfer fraud has become more elaborate, more widespread. So 5 years ago, it introduced a strategy to fight the fraudsters. The strategy trains bank tellers how to detect a scam and to call the police into the branch if they suspect something's not right. It's saving millions a year, but the Canadian Bankers Association admits there isn't a direct equivalent in Canada. Meantime, Zheng has yet to tell her elderly father she lost his life savings to fraudsters, worried it will severely affect his health.
Even just $10 means a lot to him. Can you imagine if I tell him I lost all the money?
It certainly affected her health, and all the stress has caused Zheng to lose her job, all because she fell victim to an elaborate fraud that no one caught. Erica Johnson, CBC News, Vancouver.